Hello, fellow earth lovers and veggie lovers. I am going to answer a question that Michelle had on the last video I posted, and it's a great question. So I actually just wanted to answer it in more depth than what I can type out in the comment. Ah, it's a beautiful day, and the sun is going down behind me, and I'm just very grateful to be offering the service to you guys and being able to share these videos and insights and information and things about farms and all that. So, what she asked is what size bundle she needed in order to get the cool things like the tomatillos. And I think I had also mentioned, the amaranth and the shiso and things like that. So, the size would be at least a family or a large. And so, the reason why I want to explain more about that is that she said she was getting a small veggie, and so if you are wanting this kind of more variety, and I do really recommend it because it'll push you to get more flavorful and eat more vegetables. If you are getting the bundles that have more variety in it, it's just a lot of fun, right? So one thing that is a great idea if you're somebody who is getting a small every week and you feel like that's enough, maybe try to do the family size every other week or the large size every other week. And I think the idea is if you're inspired by those ingredients, please go with it. That's what all I'm trying to say, because that's going to make you feel so good. That's the point, right? And we know how much better these vegetables are than what we get at the supermarket, and we know who they're coming from, and that's all so special and magical. So that's just my recommendation. But of course, we have the small veggie box available, on the website, because I really did understand how sometimes people would be, they do the full, the family, and just once in a while they just needed a small, or, so I can't keep that option on there. But ultimately, it's not actually my favorite option. It's because I really love and value, this concept of being able to just open up your bundle and really get inspired by the variety that you're receiving. And that way, you're just going to have a lot of fun with it. And we're just lucky to live in California. Look, not every week is going to be so much different from the week before. um, However, we still have these things. Like this week we had tomatillos. Hopefully next week we'll have joy choy. Some of the more interesting things are going to come in the bigger and bigger boxes. And think about it this way too, is that when I talk to a small farmer and I say, okay, what do you have in abundance? What can we get? How can we help you? Well, I have so much zucchini right now. Can you buy that? Yes. Right. We have so much cucumbers. Can you buy that? And then they might say, and then I might say, well, what do you have that's interesting right now that I can put in, you know, um, where not as many people buy the large size? So what do you have that you might not have a huge amount of, but that will be fun for us, and that I can still buy? And they'll say, oh, I have this incredible passion fruit, or I have this incredible, you know, amaranth. That was a great example, because amaranth, as soon as he said amaranth, I said, you have amaranth? You are growing that? That is so cool. And they're purple leaves and they're just gorgeous and they're so good for you. That's something you want to put in your garden. So it's very inspiring. And so that's about it. That's just my suggestion. If it feels like a family or large is too much to do every week, and you're doing a small and you're inspired by the variety and the bigger ones, try those ones every other week and see how that goes. You might just totally love it that way. And you know what? You're not contracted to it. So if you want to change the size the next week, you can. If you need to skip a week, you can. Of course, before the deadline, but you'll remember. So that's about it, everybody. Just wanted to share that. Thank you so much for your questions on the channel. I really do enjoy talking to all of you. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Very healthy and inspiring. Bye.